what was corporate world like for you?
I don't know if you've seen how the Jawans have been taught swimming. They're just pushed into the water. Pair maro, haath maro, and learn.
What has changed in you working in a corporate, then family business, and now into farming?
Big change. You're sitting at your desk, you're a director in the company, you're writing these checks and you're giving orders. And then you go to the farm. You have to literally beg and plead to your soil. Grow with me. Farming has been a learning in patience.
So, Namaste, Harshada. Welcome on this episode of Being Candid, and I'm so happy to have you here with.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes. So I know a little bit about you, what you've been through, but you are a chartered accountant, you are a company secretary, and you have had an illustrious journey of your career from, working in a corporate, then working in a family business, and now to something very, very different, which is farming. So, can you share something about the initial days, how you started, and, what was corporate world like for you?
Corporate world, it was. I don't know if you've seen how the Jawans have been taught swimming. They're just pushed into the water. They're thrown in.
Okay.
Pair maro, haath maro, and learn. In 20 days, they can swim 50 meters. That's how the training happens. When I got picked up by Hognas, they had a customs raid. And they desperately needed people to work. They just needed hands to type, to get papers together, to get the filings done. So first 90 days at work, nobody even noticed that I'm there, that I'm doing. Everybody was in a frenzy. They were just working, filing. Itna ki end of 90 days, they didn't even realize they not paid me.
Oh.
So I was just thrust into the job. What you have now, you have onboarding and everything. Kuch nahi hua. Though Hugnaz has all those, but all those systems, but nothing happened because everybody was in a frenzy at that point of time. Management had changed. And then I had not given my CS final exam was pending. And my CA final too. This was in between my inter and my final exam. It was a 3-month stint as a favor for a friend. And then I said, I need leave. And my boss said, pass hoke aana, main wapas chutti nahi dunga. So then I knew that I am going to be confirmed. And thankfully I passed. Then I went back to him that I need another chutti for my CS final. Again, the same ultimatum, pass hoke aana, chutti nahi milegi. So it was learning with the degree, and because I was thrust in, there were so many things that I learned. Legal hua, which I had not studied, but learned legal, learned accounts, learned company secretary.
Wow. Lots of hands-on experience.
Lots of hands-on. And the place also they made me sit was CFO here and CS here, dono ke beech mein. So papers were coming in from both sides. And it was lovely to start with. It was lovely. I was the youngest in that company at that point of time. Everybody was in their 40s and me 23. So everybody took real good care of me. They taught me. They took time off to teach me. And my MD, he would call me Jhansi ki Rani and Beti. He never called me by my name. If he had to speak to me, it was Beti. And if he had to refer me to somebody, it's Jhansi Rani. Yeah. So they were lovely 3.5 years that I had over there. Great learning. I was very fortunate to work with the board of directors. They were illustrious in many industries. So the Hoganaz as a company was formed by the people who had incorporated Alfa Laval. Rather, there were the chairman of the company, Mr. Kamaljit Singh. He was the founder of the Swedish companies in Pune. Oh. He had got the Swedish Board of Industries to Pune, bought that piece of land, and created that whole Swedish belt that is there that we have on Bombay-Pune Road. He created that. So all of these directors from all these companies were sitting at the table over there, and I am taking notes. It was, and some really spent time with me. They had a one-on-one with me. Aisa nahi, aisa kar, do this. This is how you'll go ahead. This is what your visions should be. This is what the vision of the company is. They spend time with me, and that was the same time I was courting Abhijit, and he was impressed by this atmosphere that we had. Friday breakfast. Friday breakfast was not just a, a meal. It was conversations. It was sharing, and it was all these people telling about their 50-year careers, what they had seen, the pitfalls that they had seen, how they had. Yeah. So he was also invited in. He 5 o'clock he would also come and sit as if it is his own office. He would come. Itna that even when I quit Hoganas, we had this ex Hoganas group by one of our directors. He had started. Abhijit was invited in that group. He was also so he loved it. Uh, some of the directors stayed on and helped us with Dinah. They came to office. They spent one of them to spent years with us. Mr. Dongri, he just passed away 2 weeks back. Abhijit would always say, वो 2 साल में मेरा MBA हो गया, इतना इतना सिखाया, and very very fortunate to be part of such a culture.
From Hoganas to a totally family-owned business, which is so very technical. So, did you dwell into the technical aspect of it, or you just restricted yourself to only the finance aspect of the company? Because it's like a family-owned business, so you tend to go into all aspects of business. Normally, that happens. So, how much were you involved? Were you involved in all of them, or you said no, finance is going to be my core, so I'm going to just. कैसा था? How was the transition like, or how did you set foot into Diana filters, which is so very technical?
To start with, it was only legal more than finance. Getting everything. Family hai, so you've overlooked certain things. It's okay. And Indian businessmen, compliances, yeah. And because it was just three of them, Abhijit's uncle was there, his father and he. There was so much work. These things tend to be kept aside for another day. Dekh lenge, karenge, and then they just stay there. So to start with, it was all that legal compliances, getting everything to ground zero. Yeah. With that, then after that, the ERP started, whatever basic levels, some system of reporting, all that started. And that's how then, because with ERPs or reporting, then you tend to get into other departments also. Yeah. But that was a very gradual process. It took me, I was not very keen on getting onto the production side. He would get me team hum and whatnot. He's got me, tell her to get involved in the business, he would tell her. So yeah, I took my time to get involved in all the other departments also. A good 5-7 years maybe. Yeah, I kept he would ask me, you are getting paid by government or by me? You have to work for me. You are only paying taxes idhar बैठ के. तो करती क्या है? So yeah, but yeah, once then I got in, then it was interesting. Though I didn't understand the technicalities of it, but putting in procedures over there, making reports, analyzing those reports, making a monthly P&L was a task, because how to get the figures out nobody knew. Tally में entry क्या 6 महीने बाद भी हो सकता है ना. Invoices would come in later. Somebody who calls for payment, then invoice will come, then booking, then payment hoga. So setting all these things took time. Getting it to real time.
Real time.
Yeah.
Because it has to be real time.
Yeah. So then that was a process. That was also a process for people. People were very laid back. So there's no tension. No, sir is busy traveling, getting orders. So booking कौन करेगा? क्यों करेगा? Sir is not going to come and ask. So getting all those people to work. When I put invoice in Excel first, there was no We had tally, but invoicing wouldn't come out. He would make hard say and put it on the typewriter. I put it in Excel and I said, now just put quantity. It will all calculate. Everything is put. That guy didn't trust me. He put it and then he would calculate. Ha, sahi hai, madam. Sahi hai. And then he would take a print and give. So, that's where we, yeah, that's where,
your team.
yeah.
But they were receptive to whatever
Yeah,
you
yeah,
say.
yeah, yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
I didn't, they're all very nice people. And they've all been with the company. Then also they were there for 10, 15 years, 20 years. Now they're there for 30, 35 years. Nobody leaves, Diana. Everybody's there. It's a whole big family. तो they were all कि हाँ जो हो रहा है वो अच्छे के लिए होगा, पता नहीं, करेंगे, देखेंगे.
आई थिंक वो भी बहुत अच्छा है बिकॉज अगर आपको आदत हो जाती है ना कि लेड बैक है, कोई पूछ नहीं रहा है, कोई क्वेश्चन नहीं कर रहा है, so people tend to get into that comfort zone na, and then suddenly there is the boss is
But
like,
that Vikrut Manasthiti, that was not, nobody was like that.
that is so nice.
Everybody is nice.
So then you were able to get people into a certain kind of routine.
Very pure at heart. And no ill will. No ill will to the family. कि कुछ भी हो, family has to be supported. And Abhijit Saab is Abhijit Saab, everybody looks up to him. So Abhijit Saab ने बोला है मैडम का सुन लो तो सुन लेंगे, कर लेंगे. ऐसा है. So even design, Abhijit Saab बोल देंगे ऐसा ऐसा कर. At that point of time nobody understands it. They go back and then हाँ सर ने सही बोला था, होगा, करेंगे ऐसा है. So there was absolutely nobody saying that this is not, no standoffs. Nothing happened. They all took it in their stride and we all grew together.
So from business now I know that you've entered into something totally different, totally different, and totally into farming and growing exotic fruits and vegetables and flowers and whatnot. तो ये कहाँ से आया? Was it there always playing at the back of your mind somewhere? ऐसा कुछ था? What made you take this step?
The business was never anywhere in the horizon. I think you, sir, Abhijit, I think you have been good motivators. वो Punk tha. Abhijit always said, think like an entrepreneur, think like an entrepreneur. You are just an employee, you are an accountant. Think. think karte. But it was never going to be a business. It was going to be more of a passion. I always like to grow fruits, vegetables. Our house, we have a huge garden. वो पूरा कल्टिवेट हो गया, जगह नहीं थी तो पीछे स्विमिंग पूल बंद है तो स्विमिंग पूल का sides I cultivated. हाँ, just we had to just climb up over the wall and the swimming pool thing was there. I got it cleaned one day. उधर सब्जी लगा दी. So the curiosity of growing, how it grows, the anticipation of that flower getting converted into a vegetable or a fruit. I was always fascinated by it and I loved doing it. But it was always on that small scale. 2 chickoo trees, 1 papaya tree, few vegetables. And then I don't know how it happened, where it happened. I said, I want to do this permaculture course. Suddenly out of COVID, I said, I want to do it. Gai, Hyderabad, seek ke aayi, and then I said, Abhijit said, okay, we'll buy a piece of land and you create a permaculture garden. What do you want to do? Let's do it. We'll create a retirement home for us. It started from there. And now when he comes, he's like, Kidhar hai tera permaculture? This is all business. This is all selling. Where is my home?
What exactly is permaculture?
So permaculture is a thought where you don't disturb the soil. Everything has to grow in harmony with each other. No spraying, no outside intervention to it. So you have JCBs and tractors. Nothing happens on a permaculture farm. Then you spray your insecticides and weedicide, herbicide. Nothing, none of it. You have tomatoes growing. If your tomatoes are going to have some kind of a pest, you have to grow something along with it where the pest will be attractive. So nature provides for it. When you go to a forest, nobody goes and plants, no?
Right.
One tree dies, the other is there. It provides for whatever carbon that is needed for the other trees. Nitrogen is built up somewhere. Nature is taking its own course.
Nature is self-sustaining.
Yes.
Need any intervention.
Yes, but we as farmers, we have said, nahi, टमाटर करने हैं तो 2 एकड़ टमाटर करेंगे. We can get a good price. We can sell more. We can earn something out of it. Permaculture is not that. Permaculture has to be a community. You are growing tomatoes, I am growing onions, we'll barter, we'll share. It has to be a community, and it has to be done in a very holistic fashion. Which when I came here, I realized, nahi ho raha, I'm trying. So then I deviated from it. I didn't want to, but I have. And then somewhere the cost is there. So you need to cover the cost. You need to sell. So then I started thoda karke, and the whole vision of a retirement home is now lost. So I had sold him the idea that, it'll be green and it'll be covered and there'll be water flowing, and then he's like, I will have my toddy tree, I'll sit under it and I'll enjoy my toddy. We are far, far, far away from it. It's now, it does have a small forest patch where it's just, we've just planted anything and any sapling that we got, we just planted. We did not see if this is going to be useful to us.
And then you take care of it in terms of like watering or just water. That's
there is nothing sprayed on it, nothing. So we have 2 patches like that, which are completely green.
Wow.
And the trees have grown. They have grown much more than any other fruit tree. Just wildly we planted. We went to corporation every rainy season. They sell saplings. Earlier they gave it for free. Now they give for 5 rupees. So we got like, I think 1,000 trees we got, and we planted. Whatever survives, doesn't. Let's see. And most of it survived. About 80% survived. And they're all grown nice, tall. Birds have come back. So we bought a barren piece of land. That was another thing that I was very clear. If I'm going to do this, I don't want any intervention that has happened in the soil. I don't want to start with pesticides in the soil. I want clean soil. There was no soil there. We had to build up the soil. So that's where it started from. The farm started from there. The orchids was a different story altogether. They were projects of Dyna where we worked with KF Bioplants. We worked with MSAMB, the Agricultural Board for Maharashtra, which does warehouses. So KF does the orchid plants, the seedlings, and this is creating cold rooms. So we had end-to-end knowledge of infrastructure.
Right.
And then we felt like, kya hai, usme kya hai? It's just a plant, no? So grow the plant, grow the flowers. And it's a business plan, return on investment है, कितने साल में है, अच्छा है, 3 साल में मिल रहा है पैसा, कर दो. So that's how that happened. So there was no real, so the idea was that you want to create this green space, you need money, this will provide that money. So that's how the business started. That's how the whole Noorvi agro thing came into being.
So you feel that you have now gotten into that business wala mode? Is it farming is so very different? It's like it's soulful, it's pure, it's connected to nature, connected to earth, and then there is this business angle to that particular aspect, right? So kabhi wo hota hai kya? Is there a tiff between being that farmer and then being that business person?
Yeah, I can't sell. I just can't. I can't come and say, my mangoes are very nice. Take my mangoes. Buy my mangoes. Do you want more mangoes? I can't do that. I'm very bad at it. That is one. Second, I feel if I have grown something, it's organic, it's pure. I feel my friends, my family, it's wrong to sell it to them. If I am fortunate enough to be able to grow it and to eat it, why should my friends and family not benefit from it? So then it's very difficult for me to ask for money. Even when I put it on the society group, everybody tells me, you write the price. I find it very difficult to write the price. And more often it's below the market price, or it's just about what I would get in the market. So
it's more of you pursuing your passion. Everything else is incidental.
yeah.
You're not looking at the economics at all, right?
When it comes to the vegetables,
You're looking at the economics.
no. It just grow.
It just grow, na?
It just
grow. Because we are in that position where it's okay. I mean, I can sustain that. Economically, you are
Yeah,
able.
see, like now this year we got the first lot of mangoes. Okay, so we got about 100 kgs, roundabout. Now, if I go to sell this in the market, it was 20-25 rupees per kilo. How much would I have got from that? Versus if I gifted these 100 kg mangoes, so much more joy. Do I want to pursue 3,000, no, 2,500? No, I want 3,000. Do I really want to do that? No, I don't want to do that. I'd rather gift 3,000 worth of mangoes and get pure joy out of it, because somebody is really calling me and say, oh, it was a lovely mango. I would like that feedback than, how much do I pay for this? No, I don't want you to pay me.
So what does this mean to you? What does this particular occupation of yours right now, what does it mean to you? How do you look at it?
I don't know. I don't know what to call it. Social farmer, I think. I don't know what to call it. Right now, it's at that stage. Maybe it'll change. I don't know. Maybe if I continue, because it's on a very small scale. 10 kgs here, 100 bundles there. It's not really worth the effort into going and selling it. I find more joy in sharing it with my friends, my neighbors, my relatives. If I grow in large quantities, which is again anti my permaculture concept, the monocropping. So if I do that, then maybe I will think the economics of it. That so much money went into growing 2 acres of so much, then I need to at least cover my cost, if not make profits. So orchids, the economics are there. So many orchids have to be grown. They have to be sold at a particular price. They have to be packed in a certain way. So the care is taken over there, because that's the livelihood. But fruits and vegetables, not yet.
So how is it? What has changed in you from working in a corporate, then family business, and now into farming? Is there something that has changed inside of you while doing this?
Big change. So you read books. They tell you that you are just one speck in the universe. You go for a trek. I would love to go on a trek every year. So you see the mighty Himalayas and you feel small. But that's momentary. You're there, you feel this whole universe is there, you're small. You come back, you're sitting at your desk, you're a director in the company, you're writing these checks and you're giving orders. You feel you're in control, you're big, you're demanding. And then you go to the farm. And there's less light, less rain, more rain. You're at the mercy of that grandness that you had felt for that small point of time. And then you actually realize how small you are, how inconsequential you are in this whole universe. You may try your best. Nahi to nahi hona hai. You have to literally beg and plead to your soil that give it to me, grow with me. You have to sit there and you have to tell the birds and bees, come to my farm. That's how my fruits will come. I have done that. I mean, not that they came because of my prayer, but I have wanted them to come and they have taken their time to come. I have sat there. I have a small stream there and I went to this neighbor. He works with PMC and he does this tree plantation. He plants lakhs and lakhs of trees every year. Mr. Raghunath Dhole. He's a reformer in this. So I went to him one day and I said, I don't have birds and bees. I am doing everything. And he said, hold on, take these trees. He gave them to me for free. He said, take these, plant them. You give them food, no? Then they will come. You have nothing on your farm. Why will they come to you? You've planted pomegranate trees. How? What will they do? What will the birds do? Give them berries. Give them small, small things. He gave me all those plants, some 70, 80 plants he gave me, which I planted along the stream. And they all came. They all came by the hordes. Itna ki now my banana trees, bananas are there. They eat up the whole banana, only the cover is there. But there's no complaining. They've come back, and it's pure joy to see them there, to not be able to eat a single mulberry because they've eaten them all. You have 50 mulberry trees and they've eaten them all. But they've come. You go bird watching somewhere, rather, you've called the birds here. And a house sparrow is still a bird, no? It still does something to the environment. Let it come, no? So many beautiful birds have come back. And they're all around me is only sugarcane. So they don't have anything. So they also took their time to search for me. They've come, little worms have come, little insects have come. Yes, they eat up my letters, they eat up my stuff, but they're there. And the joy to see a tiny little red ladybug over there in that thing, it's amazing. We bought a barren piece of land, the first rain, not one blade of grass. Nothing grew. This was that barren piece.
How far this is from your house?
My house exactly 40 kilometers. 1 hour. I went early in the morning. My neighbor's farm. So the the piece next to the water, he had not cultivated. And that was just bushy trees, some random trees that had grown on their own. And then lots of birds. You could hear the birds, they talking to each other. It was a very magical moment. So I sat there and I said, this is the place, this is what I want. When I come, this is the connect that I want. And we registered everything, kaam chalu kiya. I went one day and his side was completely clean. And I went to him and I said, why did you clean it? He's like, Arey, I'm a farmer, I need to cultivate every inch of my plot. I can't leave it for some tree and some birds. I got it off. It was very disheartening that it's all gone. But then it was up to me to create my own space. And then, so we didn't have soil. We had huge rocks, boulders in the plot. We had to move them. So a friend suggested, why don't you, the stream would then flood onto our plots. Then he said, why don't you dig it up, clean it up, and then you'll get some soil also that is at the bottom. So we did that. We got some soil from there. And then we layered it up with a lot of cardboard for the carbon, a lot of green waste that was coming. Yeah, cardboard. Diana ko bola, जो कुछ भी निकलेगा, all cartons store for me. उधर से सब इधर आया, we layered it down. Yeah, so all that we learned, no, in school, nitrogen chahiye, carbon chahiye, all that had to be sourced from natural sources. So then the sugar cane from the nearby fields got cut. That sugar cane came here. We planted bajra. All that went back into the soil. So we created all that with that soil that came from the stream. That was the start. Yeah, it took 2 years. 2 years to get it to an extent where I could think of planting trees. But my first batch of trees, we planted about 1,000 trees. We started with 4 acres. And now we've come to 8.5. We've added, yes.
You purchased more land.
We purchased more. So initially when I said when I quit Dinah, I said I want to start farming full time. My father was very upset. He said, we left all that. We left all that and came out of the village to build a life. And you're going there. Where is the money there? What are you going to do? We'll open an office, GST consulting kar, kuch to kar. Do something with your degree. We did so much for you. We did so much for your degrees. And you're giving all that up. And then I said, "Nahi, but this is what I want to do."
They never feel that you are a chartered accountant and you could have done something with that and now you are just totally into farming. Do you regret
No,
leaving that?
no, no,
Okay.
no.
Mhm.
The flowers, when I see the flowers, when I give the flowers, when I sell the flowers, oh, there is nothing. I will not trade that for any desk job now. Maybe 2 years earlier, 3 years earlier, maybe, but no. So what I miss is the routine. There was a routine and a desk job. You're there at that point, you do those certain tasks, you come back. Here, every day is a challenge, a different challenge, a challenge which you've not faced before.
So what's a typical day at the farm like? I mean, you go often or how is it like? What's the typical day?
I go couple of times a week, 2-3 times a week. So we harvest flowers. Most of the harvesting is done when I am there. Harvesting the flowers, packing them up for the market. Then round at all the farms. So now we have 3 places where we have farms. So around at all of them, check all the trees. I still don't spray anything. We use fertilizers, but I still शेणखत आणा मग आपण बोन मीलच करूया. I still try, the trees grow slowly and then the people over there like the lemons did not have enough juice, the chiku was small, takana, karana. They are very tempted because for them is we put in the hard work. Where is the fruit? We should know something out of it. They feel they don't realize that this is what I want to do. I am okay with the lemons being small. But then over the years now, we use Google very extensively now. I've taught them also. Something goes wrong, Google lens it, find out. So we are getting a lot of other ways of improving soil quality, of improving the fruit. Other than just so like lemons, they had some brown spots. So somebody told us, why don't you put tuna in it and see? So we put. It improved. So we are trying. The team is now understanding that you don't be disheartened. We are okay. We'll go slowly.
Don't go into quick fixes.
Yeah, we'll grow slowly, but we'll go there. We'll reach it to a certain state where, and now 2 years down the line, when the trees have grown, when now they're bearing some fruit, now they understand that you don't always need to spray, and you will lose a portion, but that's your learning. When you lose that, that's when you study. No, why did it not grow? If it's all growing, where will your learning be? Then some consultant will come and say, spray this, do this, and you do it, and it's a factory then. But then now there's all this learning that's happening.
And how are you balancing farming and then motherhood? How are you? It's okay. It's fine. You have 2 daughters, wonderful daughters. So
Yeah. They are. My younger one is my courier boy. Poor thing. She supports me a lot. Whenever the vegetable comes, I leave from the farm. I'll put it on the society group that this is what we've harvested today. By the time I come back, there's the whole list. She's the one who goes and does all the deliveries in the 3 buildings.
she's your delivery partner.
My delivery partner. Yeah. Ridhima now has picked up, she wants to do design, so she's now started drawing and all. So she now gets involved in the artwork. So anything that is getting posted on other than the society group, if it goes into some Pula group or any other bigger group, so she'll do the artwork. So they are getting involved, but actually come to the thing and plant, no, they're still not there.
That's fine.
Yeah, but my visits to the farm are more or less in their school timings or just a little beyond their school. So I'm not gone like a whole day. It's not like a full-time profession where mama is not seen. They would have, they would want that thing that mama is not there, but no, but I'm more or less around when they are home.
Do you think getting into farming was difficult for you? If somebody wants to venture into it, any advice that you would like to give? Because there are so many people who would want to experiment with this. So, ऐसा होता नहीं कि if you have this thing in your mind, only then you should think about going into farming. What are the prerequisites, or why should anybody be encouraged or discouraged to enter into?
Patience, big amount of patience. So Abhijit started playing golf, and he keeps asking me, "Why don't you join me? Why don't you join me?" And I say, "I don't have the patience." Tuk karte raho. I'll go put one and I'm done with it. But saying that, farming has been a learning in patience. I didn't have it. If I ask for something now, I want it now. It has to be done now. And it has to be done in my way.
Right.
Now there is no my way.
Okay.
Now there is no abhi chahiye, isi waqt chahiye. Now you wait. You've planted it, you wait. And even when you've planted it, it is grown. Not necessarily you will be able to, what do you say, enjoy the fruit.
Yeah.
Like we did watermelons this year. Huge ones. We got 6 kg watermelons. Lovely watermelons. And this was the first time that I said, monocrop karenge, bada karenge. Yeah. 1.5 acre. I said, 2. Let's go. Let's on. Let's see. We did it. Full force we went. And we got lovely, huge ones. And then we said, okay, we can't sell this on our own. The friends and family thing, let's sell it to the trader. Trader came. He was also very appreciative. Lovely fruit, very sweet, red, this, that. And we were counting, itna hoga, utna hoga. So many months ka kharcha nikal jayega. This was a Friday. Monday, the trader was to come to collect all the watermelons. Monday, he comes and he says, sab kharab ho gaya. Entire crop was destroyed over the weekend. And I don't know what went wrong. What the trader said was virus. I was too disheartened to try and analyze the whole thing. I mean, this is the first time that I really went into it. Ki, we'll sell. But that's patience. Now
The entire thing got destroyed.
Yeah.
The entire fruit.
Entire thing, entire 1.5 acres. What we could have probably earned at 15 rupees a kg. We got at 5 and 6 rupees a kilo.
Oh.
So we covered our cost, but it will give you only when
it wants.
Yeah. You can work hard. All the Excel sheets you can do for doing this, doing that, itna karenge. None of it works there. That's a huge lesson that I have learned, that there is no amount of control that you can do over there. Control farming happens in the greenhouse, happens in the orchids. Beyond that, you can't control. I think I needed that lesson. I think everybody should learn that lesson of having that patience, of having to know where to push, where to pull, what to do, what not to do. So once you do that on a small piece of land, then make a farm.
Yeah.
Otherwise then you hire consultants, get the landscapers, get it done, and then enjoy the farm. It's like any typical farmhouse that you will see. It'll not be a rustic farm. It'll be a nice polished farmhouse. But if you're ready for these, where you can break down some days, where you enjoy some days, then go full force. Anybody and everybody should do it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot to understand, whether whether you need to go into it, not go into it. But thank you so much for sharing this, and it was lovely talking to you. It was lovely knowing your journey, and I'm sure a lot of people will get a lot of insights from what you've shared here today with us.
I hope so.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes.